Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Cosmic Tea. This is a really fun one. I talk about quantum leaping and paradigm shifting, and then I give you really tangible prompts that I use like regularly on how do you shift into a different timeline? How do you create a different response from physical reality so you can live this life that you really want to create? Also, real quick, the Alchemy of Surrender workshop is available just for the rest of the month. So if you want to let go and allow the universe to work its magic, this is the key to, again, manifesting that life that you are dreaming of. Surrendering to the process allows you to get out of your own way. That is the key. You need to allow the power of manifestation to guide you. It's like riding a cosmic wave straight to your dreams coming true. It's possible, I promise. So get ready to go with the flow, trust in yourself, and allow the universe to provide you with all that you desire. The link is in the show notes. Go get in that workshop. It's really fun. Okay, love you. Bye. Hope you liked the episode. Hello. How you doing? I hope you're feeling good because it feels good to feel good. I mean, that's just the fucking truth of it all. If anything is real, it feels good to feel good. And if I get to tap into the frequencies of what feels good in my life, then I'm winning. I feel good. So I wanted to say something. I live a life where every single day I feel pretty good. I don't want to, I feel free. I feel free in my life. I feel like I have the freedom and the spaciousness and the flow and the connection to prioritize myself, what matters to me, what excites me, what makes me feel supported, whether it be an afternoon dance on the beach or a day of art and joints, smoking joints, or stopping to get matchas at my favorite little corner coffee shop multiple times a week to make my errands more fun. And there's this little voice in my head. I mean, there's many voices in my head, but this one in particular for a while was saying you really shouldn't share how much you love your life because people will think you're a spoiled brat, or people will think you're so unrelatable that they won't like you. They won't want to work with you. They won't want to follow you, or whatever it might be. And for a while, I really listened to her and took action based on that thought, right? So not sharing as much out of that fear. And so I learned from that, obviously. And if you're around my Instagram, I have been sharing more about the freedom of my day-to-day. And so I wanted to offer kind of the how. So kind of reverse engineering, how do I live this life? And, it wasn't always like this, but the shift was my insides, my internal perception. And that doesn't come as a surprise, I'm sure. But it's before I had the schedule of freedom, when I was nannying a lot and just felt like I had there's only so far I felt like I could go with nannying at some points. And, all of the experiences and narratives around all that. But before I saw the freedom in my reality, before I felt abundant and prosperous and supported in my floaty creativity, right? I decided I would prioritize those feelings as much as possible and treat myself as if I had the life I want. What would that Kirsten, how would she walk? How would she talk? How would she feel lying in bed? Would there be a different thought process waking up in the morning? And that's kind of the seed that was planted. And I will say I've always been the free spirit rebel. So it's really not weird that I live this floaty life. I've never really done what I was, in quotes, supposed to do. But that's really not the point of this, because the point of this is that no matter who you are, no matter where you are, no matter what you've been through, no matter what job you have right now, no matter how old you are, you can shift your life. You can experience a physical reality that prioritizes your spirit and your excitement and your freedom. And it starts with you prioritizing those things now in the best way that you can. If you are working a job where you're working 40, 50, 60 hours a week, that's really hard, right? Or it could be hard. Let me reframe that. It could feel in your mind really hard. But I guarantee you, if you start small, that's the best way to start small. Really look at where am I believing I'm stuck? How can I be in my life as it is and feel more flow and feel more expansive and feel more excitement? Because that is possible. And when you shift that narrative in your mind, when you offer yourself that paradigm shift from within, physical reality has no choice but to respond. So I wrote this in my broadcast channel on Instagram. And so go join that if you're listening to this and you haven't already. It's really cool. It's cool. I'll link it in the bottom. But I was talking about quantum leaps. So a quantum leap is also, it's a paradigm shift. So what is a paradigm shift, right? It is a fundamental change in the way that we understand and approach a particular concept or idea, or the way that you approach let's say your job, your life. Okay, your day-to-day. Let's just keep it day-to-day, because I feel like it could be so overwhelming to be like, oh my God, how am I going to change my life? 4 years ago, 3 years ago, even 2 years ago, if I was shown my life now and said, here, figure out how to get there, I would be really overwhelmed. So again, your job isn't figuring out every single way that it's going to get there. It's starting now, just in the moment, little by little, and trusting yourself and God and the universe that it is possible for you. So back to the paradigm shift. It's a shift in perception. It's a shift in the mind. It is a shift in what ideas and beliefs we are projecting onto the inherently neutral reality that we're being presented with. Okay? I'll say that again because it's really good. It is a shift in what ideas and beliefs you are projecting onto your reality, which is inherently neutral. So a quantum leap, a paradigm shift, it does not start with a physical action. And like, what a relief, right? Because the point is that when we take physical action, we want it to be from a different paradigm. That puts the physical reality into action. But it really, sometimes it's like, don't focus on the action. The action will just happen. Like for me, honestly, one of the most abundant, amazing quantum actions I've been taking the last year is stopping at my little coffee shop for my matcha lattes and ordering it on the app and just knowing I deserve this and this is exciting and I'm so blessed and holy fucking shit. I mean it and then whenever I want to kind of embody a new experience. So what I'm working with now is embodying an experience of high level passive income. And I'm talking I want to look at the year ahead and have 12 months lined up where I have $10,000 passive income every month. Cause that, and how does that feel? So I imagine myself, I lay in bed and I imagine myself just going through my regular day. But would I feel different? Would I talk different? Would I take different actions? Would I take more or less action? Would I dance more? Would I create for the sake of creating more? What would it? So I always imagine myself, I'm driving to the matcha shop and I pull in, I ordered my latte, I'm feeling blissful. And I know I'm so financially abundant that I get to go to the beach and I'm getting paid. I tap into that frequency, but I join it with my current reality. And I feel a lot of times when I hear, in the past, I've done different meditations offered by other people and they've been great. And some of it is imagining yourself in this completely different life. But I feel the trick that's really always worked for me and that feels the best and feels the most nourishing is go in my regular life. Imagine just my regular life, but with a completely different feeling behind it, if that makes sense. Because we are shifting timelines billions of times a day. We just can't see the ripple effect ahead of the shifting. And I feel it's exciting. So here's an exercise for you to do. This is a paradigm shifting exercise that I do. I've just developed it based on all different teachings and experiences. So pick a trigger. Yay! Anything that has brought up an emotional reaction that feels sticky or unpleasant. So acknowledge the emotional reaction. Acknowledge that this emotional reaction can only present itself as such based on the belief structures that you hold, that you're projecting onto it, right? So let me think, or I'll guide you through an example in a moment. I'll finish saying this though. So number 3 is journal or mentally journal. Sometimes I just do this mentally. It doesn't have to be journaling, but think, what do I need to believe about myself, about the world, about other people, about reality, about God, about the universe, to have this emotional reaction? So again, pick a trigger. Something happened. It made you feel a lot of feels that feel not good. And then say, okay, the only way that I can have this emotional reaction is if I hold certain beliefs. What if this situation was neutral? What do I need to believe in order to have this reaction? And that is like an amazing step into really knowing thyself. Know thyself. What are my beliefs? How do I see the world? Where can I take accountability for what I'm experiencing? This exploration can reveal these core beliefs that are, that are perhaps not serving your desired quantum leap or your desired reality shift or the life that you want to flow through. You have the opportunity every single day to look at it. And this isn't like there's no finish line here. There's no finish line. It's just an endless onion. So an example. I love this example. So if I have the experience of feeling jealous, ooh, la la, I've had a lot of work to do in that realm, right? And a lot of it has to do with someone having what I want. I mean, obviously, I guess that's what jealousy is, but I'm jealous that she can go on vacations. She has more money or whatever. That's usually it. She has more money than me. She can do more. What do I need to believe about this situation to have that reaction? And just kind of surface level sitting with that, I would need to believe that what she has isn't possible for me. My jealousy is based on limitations of what I can receive. My worthiness of receiving, and so on. It reflects my belief in the universe. It reflects financial beliefs. It reflects the belief that I'm not that free, which is crazy. And that really is such a gift. It's all a gift. I hope that you got something out of this. Thank you for being here. Trying to think, do I have any announcements? The Alchemy of Surrender workshop is available I think it closes in 10 days, at the end of March. $47. It's a really amazing workshop where I combine Kundalini breathwork. I think there's a little tapping in there, to really look at where are you afraid of surrendering? Really looking at things, patterns that you feel are holding you back. Really looking at that and being able to release a lot of the fear. Regulating the nervous system so that you feel safe enough through the breath work. And then there's journaling with specific prompts. It's a recorded class, so it's my face guiding you through all of this. And then a channeled meditation journey where I guide you through a visual meditation into a crystal cave. I think it's crystal cave with mermaids, and you can receive messages from this realm of Sirius B. The mermaids, dolphins, whales hold this matrix on Earth where we can tap into to feel flow and feel joy. And it's really a beautiful, beautiful experience. So I will link that also in the show notes. I have really fun spring, summer offers coming up so that we can continue to really build beautiful lives for ourselves and the world. Okay, one breath, one thought, one belief at a time, because bitch, it's possible. All right, I love you. Bye.